much as it's things we need to. Again, a very scripted. So we've got the broadsword, so now we can just batter away. If we get lucky with damage, then we can finish this battle potentially around early. Job done. If Steiner hadn't finished it off, BB would have finished it. So now we go back to the Prima Vista. Right. First thing we're going to do. Reminisce a little. So obviously we're going to... now Blanks could tell us... there's a potion I can pick up. If I was going for like a suit, bother and just. Okay, so now we get. This is pretty straightforward. 3 attacks. There's no point. Unless we start missing all. actually hit us once there. It did film a transport quite nicely. Yeah, ideally, we want to have. Just to be a little bit, so that extra bit. Skip a fight. Okay, I'm gonna go straight back because we can sell ethers. And now we're good. Just for a little bit. Off we go. We're gonna end up, maybe not. Okay, so we managed to skip a battle there, so for all the bad luck we had earlier, got some back. Yeah, 10. Would be nice not to get one here, because there's better places. We'll take it. So, dispatched. So that's Zidane already on level. If you break up the screen there, it avoids steps you. A threat level that increases. So every time you take a step, there's a random chance. Chance is higher. Now, if I didn't have the silk shirt here, I'd probably go and save. Just to be a little bit safe. Should be straightforward, should be really straightforward. But yeah, if he gets an attack in first. We really don't want to wipe this early. So strategy here is we're going to just commit suicide with Zidane as fast as we can. What that does, that brings the enemy's HP down to a more reasonable level. It also brings so we can very quickly finish him off. So all we've got to do is hope that Zidane gets Plant Boss casts Pollen on us, unfortunately. Zidane can miss himself. That's good. We should be on. like I just said, Zidane can miss himself sometimes. So because VV's got silk shirt on, he can absorb that hit without dying. Had I didn't have that, I would be. And that's about one. Barring anything really bizarre happening here. Okay, so that's him. A little bit of bad luck, we're getting pollen first time. Like I say, God knows how you can miss yourself. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little bit of equipment. So the reason I stole the broadsword earlier was so I could pinch Blank's iron sword that he's got. Battle is going to hope we get a lot of these little spider plants. That way we maximise the experience. VV can. What we're going to do is we're going to, not great, but we'll let Blank kill himself. We'll let someone kill off Blank. Again, this is just maximising the experience that we get from this battle. I mean, ideally, we were wanting 3 there. Or 4. But if you kill it, we still got to see. That was Mogster. Okay, now we're on the world map. While we're on the world map, if it has a marquee, we can just keep. Okay, so now we're at the ice cap. So we're going to pick up one, but essentially we're just going to strategy. I say safe. But we'll see if we get any battles. If he goes up to level 4. Somehow we've managed to lose. So, this is the ice. We're still at level 3, so I'm going to do safe. It's a little bit slower, but we've made up time by not getting battles. What we are going to do, we're going to try and steal. It's not an essential, but it does save you about 30. Strategy here is basically kill off the black walls as quick as you can, and then just start stealing. As I said, if I was on level 4 here, I'd have 199 HP rather than 160, which means I can soak up a bit of go for a strategy. It's a little bit more. We're going to kill this guy off. That's him dealt with. My trance gauge has been steadily filling throughout this battle. You'll notice about so what we're now going to do is we're basically going to wait until we get trapped. Not a great start. Ideally, we want to have the ether stolen from picking up our, which is a pretty rare steal. So again, like I said, it's not an essential. Just it does speed up. So we've got the ether. To go twice here because I'm getting attacked half the time that I was before. I can afford to do 2 actions to 1. I could be really risky and go for 3, but this is one of the reasons why you picked up that potion earlier. It's just got the Missile Dagger, this is great. Now what we've got to do is basically just soak up a load of damage until we get our trance. I was hoping he would have been filling this a little bit quicker. This is the only annoying thing, is that you have to just wait. There's no way of really speeding up. Hello again. Hopefully that good luck actually serves me well this time around. Just gonna wait. I'm gonna heal because the next time he hits me, it's gonna put me into trance. I'll be very surprised if it doesn't put me into trance. What we're gonna do is we're gonna quickly attack him, which brings his HP down a bit, but not enough to put him into the next kind of stage of the battle. And then once we've done that, we can just finish him off with Tower Flame. I have had it once where he must have been left with something like 1 HP at the end of this, and somehow I managed to survive the tsunami that came after it. But yeah, hopefully he's not going to do that. Hopefully we'll just get him. There we go, so he's done. I was only on level 3, so I didn't trust just soaking up the damage. I figured go for the safe route. If we get the Mithril Dagger, then we make close to 30 seconds back in Black Waltz 3, just through skipping a couple of animations and dealing a little bit more damage. Because you don't get any AP for Black Waltz 3, so there's no loss in not having the dagger equipped, or sorry, the Mage Masher. So you can just force the battle along a bit quicker. Had I been level 4, then yeah, we would have just gone for killing it, but we managed to get through here with no encounters, so everybody's still a little bit under-leveled. So if we get a battle on the way out of here, I'm probably going to take the experience for it rather than fleeing, just to boost everybody's levels a wee bit and make sure we're super safe when it comes to Black Waltz 2, because he can end my run essentially. So hopefully this is 4 flans, because Vivi can take them out in one go, and yeah, it's a lot of experience, so that's good. Typically Vivi is the last to go. How amazingly Garnet survived that. Like I say, you get a decent amount of experience for that one, which should put everybody a little bit more comfortable. So everybody should have slightly more HP now going into the 2. I really don't want to... Ah, come on now. At least it wasn't the last step. We're just getting on. Sometimes when Zidane's a bit slow on the uptake, it is easier just to... especially when Vivi's quite overpowered in this area of the game. I think that was good. Not that it really matters, because we don't really see any use from it. Okay, so far this is going alright. I mean, we should easily make it. These are all very rough when I originally started killing, so I set myself usually comfortable. I think all of my start of this disc. So normally you see me making huge advances. So so we're still well kind of under target here just now. I'm going to do a little safety save in the underground section, just in case. I should comfortably. As is disc 1, lots of text to skip here. In fairness, same with the start of disc 3 and a fair bit of disc 2. Which unfortunately we don't get to see much of, because it is a brilliant story. Yeah, once we skipped all that. There's a specific kind of order. Just forcing people to be in the right places and things like that. Making sure we don't have to wait. The first thing we're going to do, wait, head to the farm. Leave the farm. And we're going to go. And we're going to leave the pub. And we're going to go straight back in. And then leave again. So what this does is this skips a number of kind of cutscenes. And oh, come on. This skips a couple of cutscenes and forces Stagger to be in the equipment shop. So yeah, we don't have to tell her. We're going to take the second two options in this little bit of dialogue, because it's slightly less. Okay, as much as gone, it kind of falls out with you a little bit here over that statement. Just a little bit. And while we're in the shop, we're going to do a bit of shopping. Again, you don't need to get that chest, it just means you're a little bit better off. Especially if you end up having like not such a great sword fight earlier. Mine wasn't brilliant. Just having a little bit extra money, a little bit of shopping. I mean, it helps as well if Black Waltz 2 drops 2 ethers rather than 1. It means you're definitely comfortable for money that way. So like I said, I'm going to do a wee safety. Okay, 116, that's not bad. Back and back. There are some things there that we need a little bit. There's the Iron Helm, which we need later in the run, up on top of those boxes, but it's much quicker just to buy it and then run when we get there. So we don't bother because we don't need it till after. Again, just being safe to make sure it doesn't happen. It's not I always walk up to that point, just because I think it's slightly quicker than watching the animation of skidding past to jump back. I'll need to actually get the stopwatch out and actually see if there's any great difference. It feels We need to wait on bird killer turn. What this will allow us to do. Finish off black holes. As much as poking about. We're gonna try and do something with the... If it works, this will be good. If it doesn't, it's gonna be... What we're trying to do is we're trying to avoid this boss using... because it can quickly win. Over 400 HP of damage, which should be two zone attacks. Right. So now that we've done over 400 HP, we should target one person. We're just going to kill that person off. Hopefully he should now be beyond the stage in the battle where he's going to use Fire. So we should now be able to finish him off essentially. Okay, yeah, he's definitely beyond Fire. This should finish it. If not, Zidane will get him. There we go. Okay, so what happens there is essentially the boss's AI is set up until a certain kind of number of HP to just try and kill one person, or after a certain. So if we kill that person, it skips the next stage. If you do that choice ever so slightly too quick, you soft lock. Okay, now coming up is the reason why I got the Mithril Dagger from the Sea Lion. Just 'cause it cuts a bit of time off the end of this fight coming up. I optimize. So the split for that bit should have been 1:30, so we're sitting about 5 minutes under just now. We're gonna have to wait to get the split for Chocobos Forest because I've forgotten what the undo buttons for my timer. Basically, if we're leaving Lindblum in under 2 hours, we're golden. Or if you're like a big chunk in. Start going over 2 hours, and yeah, you're starting to have a Chocobos Forest at 2:05 should. The reason why we're putting Bandit on is to increase his chances of us stealing something. All of the things he has are useful. We're hoping that we get a steepled hand because we're instantly going to be using them for synthesis purposes. It saves us a bit of money. We need to buy some later on, so it's useful to have. Alternatively, silver gloves, again, we need them at the start of 2. Or at least we buy them at the start of this 2. So this guy's a nasty piece of work. Fortunately, his battle is the most predictable thing in the entire game. Maybe he freaks out, rightly so. There we go, chasing after him. Like I was saying, this is a very predictable battle because it's scripted. Zidane will always be first to attack, so you attack him and Black Horse 3 will start flowing. Quickly rattle off Fire Sword and then he'll retort with Thunder. Because I've got Silk Shots on, I hope he's going to take any real damage. Yeah, if you were to try and attack a second time with Zidane, it's always going to miss. At least in my experience, it's so what we do is we steal and we hope we get a half decent steal. Once we've done that, we just need a quick Fire Sword again, and then if our damage luck is good, we'll just have one fire from P. What that does is that cuts out the extra fire that you would have had to cast without having the Mythril Dagger, and it cuts out his out of trance animation. Right, so we got Steeple Hat, which is what we were looking for. So Fire Sword, and then if we've had good luck with the damage, then we should only have one fire there. There we go. So that's the boss beaten there. If I didn't have the Mythril Dagger, we'd still be waiting on a fire animation here, and then an out of trance. It is a decent chunk of time to save. Obviously you take a kind of bit of a hit on it earlier, but for the sake of safety, if you're only at level 3, and if you are at level 3, chances are you've got to the Sea Lion a bit quicker because you've not had battles on the way. So all in all, it works out much of a muchness. There's not much difference. Plus, this also gives us the Mythril Dagger for the fight with Beatrix at the end of disc 1, which should allow us to steal some damage. We'll try not be too greedy this. Just take what we need in it. Also actually saves us some money. Instead of buying 2 Mage Mashers here, we'll need lovely big cutscene here. You need to take a break for any reason. There's a tech route. love watching Tash run first distance. What they do. Could have been absolutely. Because it seems to be up until the last kind of 15-20 minutes of this. Run times are very will always be. And like I've read, generally speaking, around if we're lucky then the quickest I've managed to do. Quick you can. Here we're going to get through. Who is one? The end. That's. When we eventually get there, that's. So we've got another mug. It says less than 3, you'll even know. Okay. Again, we're not going to watch anything. What I'm going to be doing is going to be selling a bunch of kind of profitable items. And then mind just getting a quick bit of... So long. We no longer need to go. Really. Not one. So, already smoother. So now we're going to do a bit of synthesizing. Yogurt. Yellow scar. This is where I'm going to remember which one. So we're going to go to theatre. Once we're ready. So, we managed to do Lindblom in the right order. Now we're going to sneak in. Take advantage so that it's secure. Upstairs. Try and speak to Dad. And we're going to get blamed from something. We're going to follow. Let's get this one. So we're going to have to find a way out. He gives us a hint there saying maybe if I... So we'll go back upstairs. Now we're essentially going to... Okay, dogs. Gotta be careful not with man. Okay, so now we get to do... Because it's a game. So yeah, that's the quick way to deal with the Festival of the Hunt, is just you don't get into probably going to come in about 3 minutes under where I was. Either way, it's long. So I'm gonna end up with or be typical of me to get within a couple of steps. Hopefully. There we go. Okay, so that is Chocobo's Forest, and we're. So we're not going to actually play Chocobo Hawk. All we're going to do to the next little bit by having Chocobo. Without any risk. Okay, so we're just gonna go and buy some guys. I think you actually only need. You only need like 7 or 8, I think. We're on our way. Hopefully we don't get this time. It's, getting a battle in between tiny little short. We're gonna go and pick up like if we get a battle, we can get out of it quickly because I've got. Get set up for our first black waltz or black I'll run through the game. Hopefully that's all our bad luck over for this part of the run, but yeah. So, what we're going to do here is basically just have Zidane deal all the damage. Freya is going to act as medic if she needs to, and Vivi is just going to sit on standby, ready to get knocked out. Takes care of that. Safe. You don't want Freya getting knocked out. Freya's got level up on you. You want to try and deal in quite a lot of XP. hopefully Claire should now survive whatever. Okay, that's fine. So we leave DB dead so that it distributes the experience onto. We're going to bring him back. Right, so we didn't get the horrible bad luck last time. We managed to get an encounter. The problem is you can't run when you quit. We'll leave Freya and Ruby on standby. Good thing I switched back to the... Hopefully we can run from this. Okay, good, we're safe. Take this opportunity to set up pretty much everything apart from Zidian. So this was looking really good until I ran. Thankfully we should be able to get out. So we're going to safety save here, and just because Gizmolik does, well, he can troll us if we're not lucky here. We've basically got 4 chances to hit a 50-50 chance thing happening. If that doesn't happen, we can still beat Gizmolik. It's going to be tricky. So 208's not bad. Once you tell me like coconuts, he's gonna tell you. Hopefully we get there when we go. Last step again. Okay, but we can't get stuck in this one. So this is Gizmo. Hopefully we get this first try. Okay, that's good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring... So now that he's poisoned and he's blinded and he's silenced. Basically, he's going to struggle to hit us and stuff. He still can. His accuracy is incredibly high and his speed is even higher. So often he'll get in 2 attacks to every one that might. Occasionally he does land a hit. We're going to use VV as our just to be sure. Whenever there's no one to heal, we're going to focus with VV. The reason is it boosts his magic power. Towards the end of the battle, we're going to put a little cheeky dig in to try and finish it off. And what happens if we use magic in this battle, he silences us. Zidane's doing fantastic damage in that battle, so we actually didn't need the extra fire on that. So that was quite a good fight, actually. Meaning we could be on for quite a good time. We'll see. It's Final Fantasy IX. Everything that can go wrong will. So we're going to quickly nip back. Doing some dialogue. Again, we're going to proceed in this game. Really lack security. speak to this engineer now, and he's going to say, we're going to say, his job. There's one person. Steiner's going to be a little bit insensitive. Now we can go and get changed. By 220. If we're really lucky with battles, then we could be finished by 225. If we're not so lucky, anything under 230 would be totally acceptable. Okay, back to the rest. So that's his upper mess. If we're really lucky, then well, what we're going to really hope for is we're going to hope that we can get through this first kind of screen without an encounter. Okay, so that's quite lucky getting through that screen. With Maneater being on with Freya, I should be able to take care of these guys pretty quickly. I'll still need to attack them twice. But less chance of should have done enough damage for Zidane to just finishing him off, which it does. Freya should easily do more damage than that, even though she didn't. But I should have done that. So. Job's done. So what I'm going to do out of this battle is I'm actually just going to quickly switch back to the dagger, because it's a pretty long jump. One escape. What did I say? High chance of getting a battle. Careful to walk across that. We really need these jumps. We're going to set up. That's us sorted for the end of the disc. Should be straightforward, but I don't know. That's actually it. So far, we're only on one encounter part of the run, so that's all right. It's very highly. Hey, right, so that's another really good score. Okay. Wow. So that's a very good score. One encounter shot in an area of the game which normally just kills runs. 223, we might actually. Well, nah, maybe not. We'll be on for a good time. We're definitely going to. Try my hardest to possible. Try and avoid it. So this is going really well. It had to. Okay, so 2 encounters in the whole of Burmesia, that's pretty good. Oh wow, back attack as well. I'm not going to kill it, to be honest. I'm just going to get out. These guys are much stronger than that. I've got the wrong weapons anyway, so we're going to run away. That cost is minimal. Good. So we're in the final kind of stretch now. And we'll be coming into 4 minutes till the end of the game. Yeah, we should. I'll check the in-game time as well. To tend to find there's always a small variation. A little bit slower. Not that there should be many times in this run where the game should. As much as my emulator isn't great, it's pretty accurate. TSC time. Time to learn from my Okay, so this is the final fight of the disc. Essentially, all you need to do is just survive 10 rounds with this one, and then the game's over anyway. If you try and bring down our HP, you're not going to have enough time to set up the game, nor you like on the HP that we've got here. Hideously underwhelming. So what we're going to do is essentially just wait and see what happens. Whenever everybody's still alive after the attack, someone's dead. So this time we're not going to bother stealing. And there's no real point in using them. Is still alive, so we can actually. Well, hey, right, chain plate stolen. That's all good now. Freya should soak up a lot of damage here. In fact, that's going to heal Freya. I really don't want to use too many potions here. If somehow we get a mithril sword. Nonetheless, essentially we're just surviving. Probably a good thing that it heals the day in there. Thunder/Pseudo Heals for it anyway. Right, let's see if we get lucky with last steal. Okay, well there you go. That's disc 1. We're coming in about 2:30. We just gotta wait for a cutscene to play and save up. So, little cutscene here, and then we can save up and call that time. So 2:32. You can see there's a little difference between in-game time and so yeah, that's about 4 minutes better than the last time. That's a not bad run at all. If we'd come in a little bit quicker, probably if we hadn't got that kind of last battle in Birmingham, then we would be doing on. But there you go, that's disc 1 of Final Fantasy IX. I'll come back at other points in the week. Discs, just whenever I have spare time. So if you like what you're seeing, subscribe, and you'll get we'll try and get the discs done. But yeah, that's Final Fantasy IX Disc 1.